Look around the room. Look at the people next to you. Every single person in this room, including myself, is wearing a chain. Not one of iron, but one made of something far stronger, habit. The poet and essayist Sarah Johnson once warned us that the chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. We are not victims of these chains. We are the blacksmiths who forged them. Every time you chose to scroll instead of work, to comfort yourself with a craving instead of a challenge, to delay instead of to start, you didn't just have a moment of weakness. You hammered a tiny, invisible link into that chain. It felt light, didn't it? It felt like a small, harmless choice. But the most successful people, the ones who truly mastered their destiny, understand a fundamental truth articulated by Stephen Covey. Our character is basically a composite of our habits. Your current life is a composite of your former choices. And if you don't like the picture that is forming, you must change the pixels. The myth of the mountain. Many of us look at a bad habit, be it procrastination, excessive worry, or a harmful addiction, and we see a mountain. We think, I have to climb that entire mountain today. I have to be perfect immediately. And the sheer size of the task paralyzes us. We never take the first step. But as the modern master of habit, James Clear, teaches us, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You don't need to quit the bad habit entirely today. You need to focus on what he calls the 1% improvement. If your habit is endless scrolling, today your 1% is leaving your phone in the next room for the first 15 minutes of your morning. If your habit is avoidance, your 1% is simply opening the document, writing one sentence, and then walking away. If your habit is a vice, your 1% is replacing that cue with a tiny, better action, a glass of water, a 2-minute walk, a single deep breath. Benjamin Franklin laid out the math for us long ago. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. Don't focus on the subtraction, focus on the addition. Make the positive side of the equation stronger. The true secret, identity, not outcome. Quitting a bad habit is not about what you do. It's about who you become. When you are tempted, your brain will scream, I am a smoker, or I am a procrastinator, or I am lazy. That is your old identity trying to pull you back into the comfort of the chain. The true moment of power is when you make a small, quiet choice and say, I am a person who doesn't do that. A non-smoker doesn't just resist a cigarette. They simply don't have one because that is not who they are. A writer doesn't just force themselves to write. They sit down because that is what writers do. A healthy person doesn't feel deprived when they skip junk food. They feel energized because that is how they take care of themselves. As Aristotle taught, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Let me rephrase that for you. Your old habit was not an act. It was a repeated lie about who you are. Now, make your new, positive choice a repeated truth about who you will become. The call to action. Stop waiting for a massive, dramatic moment of motivation. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. You are not fighting a huge vice today. You are fighting for your future self. Look down at the place where the chain of your bad habit is anchored. I want you to pick up the invisible hammer of discipline, the courage to do what you know you should, even when you don't feel like it. Your mission is not to break the entire chain. Your mission is to break the next link. Focus only on the next 5 minutes. Focus on the next single choice. Choose the next 1% action. The secret of all lasting change is revealed by the philosopher Socrates. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old but on building the new. You don't need to fight the old habit. You just need to show up for the new one. Stop carrying the weight of the entire mountain. Commit to the next small step. Forge a new, glorious chain of positive habits, one single, intentional link at a time. The future you is depending on the choice you make right now. Go. Start that 1%.